That's awesome. And we're live.
All right. All right. Good afternoon. Hi, Juan. How you doing?
How's it going, Sean?
We're already, man, we already have people with TikTok in us already.
TikTok,
all right. We're on. All right.
Yeah. Making sure I knew how to use all this stuff. Getting me ready.
All right. Let's get focused here. Ready? Let's get focused. So welcome to the first ever live stream of Central Mafia user group.
We're live.
Really?
This is exciting. This is exciting. We've been doing these webinars for over a year and a half, and this is the first time we're actually doing a live one.
I know, and you're so uncomfortable, and I like watching it. It's perfect.
Yeah. Hold on.
So, for those of you that are wondering what we're here to talk about, we're going to start to cover the events of the last week or two here. What's up and coming for user groups. Share some information in regards to that. Also, just this, as we do these live streams that progress over time, these are the educational ones that we've always done before. So you can expect all the same. On the bottom of the screen, you can see there is the link to join the Central Mafia Slack. Well, actually, it's the user group Slack in general. We highly recommend you guys do so. That way you can be part of the conversations that take place there. It's a great resource. It's all partner led. And I don't know why my screen is fuzzy and blurry right now, but it's looking horrific. But actually, maybe it makes it look better. So, Juan, how we doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah.
Man,
look at this.
Let's talk about what are you doing?
I'm trying to fix my screen.
We're on a timer here. Let's the Slack. About time.
We already talked about the Slack.
So the Slack, make sure, because not only you stay up to date with everything that is happening, but all the upcoming events, and also it's a great place to share information with each other, with the whole partner community.
Thank you, Juan.
Yeah, just want to clarify that.
That was great.
Yeah. Let's talk about last week.
Let's briefly talk about last week. We got a chance to all hang out in Chicago.
Last week. So we had our user group last week over in Chicago. We had 2 days. We did a pre-day over at CompTIA.
Yes, I know.
And that was dope. That was awesome. It was I think just the experience, like being at that office and that facility, it was a great experience, not only for the content, but just being there.
It really was. So for those of you that didn't get a chance to see what happened, there will be content coming out over the next month or so. We were really blessed to have several of the vendors that are very actively engaged with the user groups that invest a lot. They invested in helping us do this to make this happen. Where we produce some educational content from them, also some testimonials from some of the partners, and some feedback and takeaways from them as well. So CompTIA graciously donated their space to us, and it was really a good chance. It was a really good time to be able to sit there and go through their studio is awesome and do the studio recordings. Yeah, here's the office right here. By the way, the CompTIA office might be the nicest office I've ever been in. It was so nice.
Yeah. And Jen and Connie, absolutely wonderful to work with them. I was there the day before. They put me in a little office, take care of all the additional items. And the nice thing, I think the nice thing about that pre-day is it was, in everything that we do, it was feedback from the partners. Like, we wanted to have some kind of workshop. So we ran into Jen. And we had the opportunity to use the office, so we definitely leveraged that, and we just started doing a little bit of research on what we can bring, and we had Cesar come over and do a half-day workshop for the people that registered. And
absolutely, it was you.
That was awesome too.
So the office was great. Jen Ogle, you saw a picture of her. She's awesome. She got it all square. She got it all set up for us. For those of you not taking advantage and leveraging CompTIA, you probably should think about it. And then again, back to even our sponsors that were involved, from Movala to Infima to Threat Locker, they all contributed to help make this happen, which we appreciate you guys taking care of that stuff, paying for lunch and whatnot. It worked out well. And there's lots of good pictures of us pretending to be able to do things on screen. If anything, Mike from CompTIA is going to make us look good. But enough about that.
Yeah, the videos are going to be like 30 seconds after 2 hours of recording. That's how much he's going to be able to extract from that.
I know. So let's talk about let's move on from now. Okay. So obviously Slack group down below, but next coming up, we're going to bring on one of our guests here. For those of you that don't know, the user groups are across the country. We have multiple places that we're doing them throughout the year. Next week we have San Francisco. I want to bring up, and you see bottom, there's a registration link for you down below or where to go find it. But I do want to bring on one of the facilitators of that West Coast group. Do we want to bring Dave up right now?
Hey guys.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
How's it going?
Dave is a well-known man in the space. He's everywhere.
Honestly, everywhere.
He is.
Nobody wants me everywhere. Trust me.
Whether they want you there or not, you're still there. So I don't know. You're still there. I mean, think about it. Like, I see you at more places than I see my colleagues.
I think you're hiding out from your colleagues, then, Sean. I think that's what that says. Not that you're seeing me.
Or he's looking for you.
I'm looking for Dave.
Yes.
I've had the pleasure of working with Dave numerous times. We've done presentations together. We've been on stage together. And Dave is good. You're very engaging, and you're very good at understanding what you need. You being an MSP, you get credibility instantly just for being an MSP, but some people ruin that by talking, where you don't.
Well, I have to say, I stole our presentation. I did our presentation that we've done on stage, I think 2 or 3 times now, right?
Good, yes.
I did it for the Central Mafia group. What was that, like last month sometime?
Yeah, last month we have a virtual webinar, and Dave presented on that.
Yeah, we talked a lot about our apprenticeship program and what interns mean and stuff like that. So it was really good. It was really good talk.
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad. I think especially coming out of COVID, the challenge with hiring, and that's what we were talking about, was interns and whatnot. It's such a struggle, and nobody knows how to get the people they want. And if you're going to be limited to what you can find to hire, you better make sure they can do what they need to do. I have an intern that we're going to bring on full time soon here. I was able to work with him since right out of college. It's nice to be able to mold somebody, and they get to learn from your mistakes and make it better, because typically you do a lot of things.
Dave, the perfect example, because you did mention that you guys are like fully remote, and there was a lot of concerns during that call, like, well, how do we bring that into our culture, into our organization, when so many people are remote now with after COVID, right? And I feel like, I mean, we're fully remote, and you're very successful doing this. So the collaboration during that call was really good.
Yeah, I think it just goes to show that, anything can be done remote. You just got to take the care to do it remotely, right? Like there's a difference. You can't necessarily use the same paradigms that you were using before. You have to rethink, how do I make sure I'm infusing my culture and my values are standing up and things like that. And it's a really good exercise to go through for internships and apprenticeships, just to get reconnected with your culture, who you are, and the mission and stuff like that.
Absolutely. So, the good thing about this conversation we're having now is you share a lot of information, but you're also a facilitator for Urban West Coast, where Juan is for Central Mafia.
Sure.
And we just redid your logo.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, you did.
You're welcome.
We're rebranding all the user groups.
Yes. Do we have that? Can we pull up that new logo? I mean, we redid the Central Mafia one, and we thought it was only fitting to start to rebrand all of them. And I think this is pretty freaking dope.
Look, I gotta agree. The old one, I like the West Coast vibe of it, but this one definitely pulls through a little better, I think.
I agree. The fact of the matter is, we're trying to make an understanding that you guys are all champions. You're all literally warriors at this.
Yeah.
And you are some company superhero.
On some days, yes.
Some days you're the villain, some days you're the superhero. So,
right.
So this is a very nice logo. I'm happy. I hope you're happy, Dave. God.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's awesome.
Good. So, and you can remove that now, so we can look at Dave's face, because he's way better looking. So curious. I made the joke that you're around everywhere, but you're doing it because you're constantly engaged in the community. Why are you so engaged? Why do you do so much?
I I mean, for me, it's just about giving back. We're very much, you know, I've been very lucky to have the career I've had and to have met the people I've met, and I feel like the only way that continues forward is you have to give that back. You got to pay it forward, and you know, really put yourself out there to make sure that next generation or the next person coming in really understands and gets all the benefits that you got, you know, walking in the door. I think it's only fair, kind of thing.
Absolutely.
How long have you been doing that, Dave? Because you and I met when you were already facilitating.
Yeah, so I started facilitating, gosh, I want to say 2018, and really facilitating was like Carl and Aaron, who are the other two facilitators for the Southwest group. Basically, you know, I said, "Hey, how can I help?" And they're like, "Hey, you want to be a facilitator?" And it was like, next thing I knew, it was a facilitator. But we've definitely, it's been definitely great, you know, participating in that group and helping grow it. COVID really kind of killed the West Coast group and or Southwest group. We've really struggled since after COVID to kind of get our membership back up. But I think this is one of our first steps of trying to rectify that and really get engaged with the community again directly.
Absolutely. And for anybody watching, like a little bit of background on you, if you don't mind sharing, like where you're from. You're obviously an MSP, and give some background on business and whatnot.
Yeah, sure. So we're based in Southern California. We have 18 staff. We're mainly small business as our clientele. We primarily under 100 users, but we have a couple that are over that. We do some micro stuff as well, but we know, we used to say we're a small MSP, and I know that 18 staff is not really small in this space. But we're also not a mega MSP either, right? We don't have, you know, 600 people working for us or anything like that.
Sure.
And we're very culture focused and very much about communication, which I think the majority of MSPs that I kind of interact with are that way as well. So that's a little bit about us. But we have people all over the country too. We have people in Texas and Utah, Florida, Colorado now, Portland. We got somebody that's in North Carolina. Luckily, wasn't devastated by some of the stuff that's going on there with the hurricane. But yeah, so and we've been in business in this incarnation for like 12-ish years, and I've been here for about 7 now.
Nice, good, thank you. I think it's important, since you are facilitating and you're actively involved, and people should know that you know what you're talking about to some degree. I would hope.
I try to be. I don't know that I know what I'm talking about. I just sound really good at what I say. So
like I said, you're good at speaking, unlike some people. So you're doing great.
Well, can I do an official invite here? Is that cool with you guys? Can we
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
So in case anybody doesn't know, we're hosting kind of our first back Southwest group meetup, and it's going to be in San Francisco next week, October 9th. And it's going to be at the San Francisco Zoo and Gardens. And it's a great space. I've been there many a time. And I think probably the coolest thing that's going to happen, or one of the cooler things that will happen, is we get to do a private animal meetup, which I gotta believe that's going to be so much fun. So I hope everyone is able to attend, but we're also going to have a lot of great content. We have a marketing and sales one, what's working in 2024, that we're going to cover. It's kind of not a panel discussion in the traditional sense. We're not going to have like 3 people up there talking about it, but we really want to have everyone talking about, hey, what's working in 2024? And then we're going to have some breakout sessions around hyperautomation, cybersecurity enhancements you might have missed. And a lot of this is going to come from our ConnectWise partner and friends there. So there's also some exciting giveaways. There's a free IT Nation Connect Pass that will be given away. And we're really excited to have everybody and have a good time in San Francisco at the zoo.
I think you downplayed what's being given away.
There's two.
Yeah, we got.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, help me out.
I'm working. I got you, man.
Okay,
There's a
thanks.
fully hosted pass given away too. Fully hosted guest pass. That's gonna be given away as well.
Yeah, hotel and airfare.
Wow. Okay, maybe I should like rearrange my entire schedule and go, because I'm not actually facilitating. Aaron's going to facilitate this one. He normally does the Northern California ones, and I do the Southern California ones. So you're in good hands there with Aaron.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, you're getting 2, and actually we had 6 people registered just yesterday for the event.
Yay!
So exactly. So it's coming. And we got a code going across the bottom of the screen here. For anybody who wants to go to IT Nation Connect, you can go to register. If you use the code Central Mafia with the exclamation point as well, you will get $250 off registration for IT Nation Connect. So,
that's really cool.
Yeah, this is literally, again, we have a lot of partners that can have a lot of access that they need to have, and we have to do a better job of getting at them. So this is going to be one of the best ways for us to actually get this out to all you guys.
Well, and listen, if you're going to go to one event throughout the year, Connect is definitely the one to go to, right? You can really, you get to connect with your other peers. It's very focused on business and making sure you're able to run your MSP the way you need to and the way you want to. And there's a lot of experts there that can really help out with that. And the vendor community is great. It's awesome to see all the vendors there and get live in-person demos and things like that. So it's a really great event. If you can get to it, it's totally worth every penny.
Yeah.
Even if you
sessions that they have, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
Every single year.
Right.
So yeah, anything else you think is a good reason why people should come to the user group, not Connect? Because
the user groups are for us, right? And that's really what I think. That's what like really connected me with the user group was we got to talk about the things that we needed to talk about as MSP owners and operators of MSPs. It's so hard to have conversations in the real world with people that are in this line of business, because a lot of them aren't really connected to the space and aren't connected to the community, and so they don't know what they're doing. This is a place where you can come ask questions. It's a very it's a sharing environment, guys. It really is one of those things where I don't think I've ever been in an industry where people are more willing to give away their trade secrets, so to speak, and help another MSP out and make a difference for them. It really truly is an amazing community.
Yeah, I echo that, Dave, because that's exactly how I got started with the user group. And in my first experience, it was people on that table just telling me and giving me all the different stories, how to operate better. And it is just one day, meet with your peers. It's open and nice, relaxed environment. Disconnect from your office for just that day, and we are making sure that it's well worth your time.
Yeah,
we're gonna do that.
I actually, and that's probably a good segue to. We have another guest too. We'll bring on Dave. You're staying with us, so don't leave.
Yep.
It's the sharing element is the biggest part. And with the user groups, I find that all the different users. The nice thing I think I've seen over the last 2 years is the wide variety of people and responsibilities that come to this event. And whether it's client success or sales or marketing, or it's even it's the owner sometimes, because it's owner-led organizations a lot of times too, where they're doing the work. It's been good to meet so many different people. But I want to bring on Vanessa now, because Vanessa was so gracious to record content with us. She's a ConnectWise user, but she's also a Movila user, and Movila brought her to talk about how she does things using their product, which is their product is all around project management. And Vanessa got to sit next to me, and the thing set up by Vanessa, she smelled so good originally.
Originally? How did Sean? I don't know.
Like that was the first thing that stood out.
Okay.
Your first impression.
Yeah, she still smelled just fine later on, but I reminded her that we work in IT, so a really good smelling person is important sometimes. It really stands out,
You're like the plumber of IT, Sean. You're like the smell good plumber of IT. That's awesome.
I do what I can. Thank you, Dave. I've always wanted to be a plumber. When I said when I was a kid, I want to be a plumber, not a firefighter, not an astronaut, a plumber. So hey, Vanessa, how you doing?
I'm great, guys. How are you? I love the introduction, Sean. I appreciate that so much.
You know, I appreciate it because so when we were recording, like I said, Vanessa was very nervous and she still agreed to do it. Her, you know, it was me, her, and Vince, and she did ridiculously well. And then she said, "What was it? Do I sound like a white hillbilly?" Is that what the?
No, I did not. I just said hillbilly. I didn't say a white hillbilly.
Oh, whatever then, hillbilly. Fine. I don't know, but that was her comment. I'm like, well, I mean, you got a little bit of a twang going on your voice, but no, like very educated. Give some background, you Vanessa, please.
I've been in education for, let's see, over pretty much half my life, in the education space. And, you know, in a classroom, was a librarian, taught a class, a video class actually. So I'm used to being behind the camera, not in front. So that's a big thing. But about 10 years ago, 5-Star said, "Hey, why don't you come work for us?" And I have held several positions within the company, and I'm now the director of project management for the managed services side of our house. And the company is almost 20 years old. We started in 2005, but I've actually worked with 5-Star since as a client. I was with them as a client initially as well. So, but yep, I just manage projects all day long, sitting at my desk.
And how many projects do you manage currently?
Right now I have 73.
Oh wow!
Oh, so just a couple. So you're not busy at all. You're just not busy at all, Vanessa. You're really kind of. What are you even doing here? Like
that's what I said, Dave. I was like, no. And how many project managers do you have that work under you?
Just me.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's easy. It's an easy workload as well. On top
yeah,
of it,
yeah, it's
right?
fantastic. Yes.
Yeah.
This is our 15-minute break, so we better.
Yeah, she's got another. Got like 7 minutes left. That's all she's got. We got to work through.
Look, she's looking. Let us know. Let us know you got to go.
Vanessa, let me look. I'm totally riffing, and I know I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm just going to say what a difference Movilla makes, right? Like compared to managing and ConnectWise.
Yes.
Like, it's just straight up night and day. There's just not even really a comparison. Have you really seen the benefits of that being laid on top of ConnectWise? Yes. Yeah.
And I love ConnectWise, but Movilla provides a few more tools for me able to manage things in a manner where, you know, I can take these 15-minute breaks to talk to Sean and Juan and you and be able to do this kind of stuff.
Nice.
I'd like this is the tip every time I say, and thank you to our sponsors, Movilla, for providing this content. That's right. What's it sound like?
As a matter of fact, they're going to be in San Francisco.
They are sponsoring San Francisco, but they did not sponsor this live stream. So
no.
No.
We brought Vanessa because not only she was, gracious enough to accept our invitation and record with Sean, but it was your first experience with a user group, right?
Yes, it was.
How do you feel about that?
I can't wait to come back.
You're gonna schedule yourself some extra 15 minutes so you can get back there, right?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Yeah.
And since it was your first, and these two guys are just really old, so it doesn't count for them anymore. What's a takeaway you have?
Really just the new connections I was able to make with other ConnectWise users, and just, you know, really being able to get out and mingle more and, you know, see what's working well for me versus what's working well for them. Hearing some nice compliments about how they think I really have my stuff together when it comes to projects. That was kind of nice. Being able to hear that, because, you know, sometimes you sit and think, am I really doing a good job? I mean, and with that many projects, you're going to be like, how could I do this a little better? But it was just great meeting so many different people and making those connections last week. So, you know, I didn't win the all-inclusive ticket. I should have, but, you know.
I mean, you did put together a very good position that you should have won. So Dave doesn't know because he wasn't there either. We even talked to Dave about this. So what we did to give away, we did a competition to give away the fully hosted pass, and Screen Connect was also sponsoring, and they were the ones that actually paid for the fully hosted guest pass. So we asked for 6 people. Well, we asked for who wanted to go. This is the best part about this. Who wants to go? Who wants a free pass to ITD Connect? Tons of people raise their hand, and then when you start calling on people to come up, they all lower their hand. It's so they're so not ready.
You have your hand up.
Yeah, Juan was calling. I was like, "You had your hand up. Come here, come here." So we took about 6 or 7 people up there, and they had to say why they love Screen Connect and what it's done for them.
Oh.
In order to, and then the crowd had to vote for who they liked based on round of applause. A lot of applause wins, and they win the pass. It was, and so we went through this, and after the first, they all did it, and then we started to applaud, and you're like, we couldn't tell. It turned into like people dancing.
It turned to a dancing competition. Yep.
Yeah, like Vanessa was doing a sprinkler, but it didn't look like the sprinkler.
I did the gritty too. I mean, that was pretty good.
The gritty was good, but the sprinkler, I had no idea what was going on. It was broke apparently. It wasn't watering anything. I can tell you that right now.
I will say, Dave, I got applause doing the first round before anybody else did.
She did. I was like,
Juan had to tell them to stop clapping.
that is correct. Oh, here it is.
Oh yeah.
Do we have them up? Are we gonna?
Oh no!
Oh, there it is.
Oh, you got that's some pretty good gritty there.
Yeah, I learned that from my nephew. He taught me that. So.
Nice.
Bravo. And then look, and then I don't know what this dance move is, but it's like more like Ron McDonald. It was great, and it went really well. It was very well received. But I mean, Vanessa went from being nervous about recording something to literally dancing in front of a crowd. So I feel like there was a victory right there in itself.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so with all that now, other than the connections, because your first time, is there anything else that stood out to you, Vanessa, that you should look for out of this?
I really love the sessions. It was meaty material, for lack of a better word, but it was fantastic information about how to maybe use ConnectWise in a different way. Talking about the AI and just the project management portion with AZO and how to kind of work with that a little bit. But I loved the material. It was really well put together.
And she's also Team Sean, Juan Mack. Just want to point that out. She said that up front.
Yeah. Oh,
I am.
Sean rocks. Yeah.
I know. She said then.
Me too. Me too.
You can't do that, Juan. You can't take Team Sean. That's reverse psychology. Whatever. Anyway, anything we're missing so far?
She's rocking an awesome shirt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
And it was a total accident that I had it on today.
It's not. Nothing's an accident.
It was fate.
It was fate. Yes, it was. It was required.
She was just going like, "This is it.
This is
Out of her closet. This is
my favorite.
I actually planned it last night that I was going to wear this today.
Did anybody at the office want the same shirt now? Anybody see your shirt and want it?
Yeah, a lot of people did like it. Yes.
Good. Maybe they should show up to user groups. Moving on. Dave, anything else we should add for you, man?
No, I don't think so. Just, come to the user group in San Francisco. It's going to be a great time. Aaron will take great care of you. And there'll be a great group of people there. So I am sure that it'll be well worth your time. And if nothing else, you get to play with the animals. I'd probably not play with them. I bet the zoo doesn't care for that so much. But
Dave's making stuff. You get to run wild in the cages with them.
That's right. Just jump in with the bears. I'm sure nothing will happen. I'm sure it'll be
show up. It's like Dave said.
Dave said we could just go hang out with
the alligator.
Yeah.
We're totally going to create a social campaign on Dave said.
I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea.
Great.
Stay away from Dave said.
Oh, that's so good. Oh my God, we're doing it. Okay, so again, that's next week, October 9th, in San Fran. Hopefully, we'll be able to see more registrants. But like I said, we got 5 or 6 yesterday alone. So also keep in mind, we have the Slack group. You guys are all in it. I'm in it. Make sure if you want to get involved, you can get involved there. There aren't any vendors selling anything there. It is a safe space for partners.
Safe space, exactly.
And then also don't forget, for those of you that want to go to IT Nation Connect for registration, there is a $250 off IT registration if you do code Central Mafia with the exclamation point. That is the code. Steven, as I told you, I would get the code.
And for all the partners that are not on the West Coast, we do have our monthly webinar next week as well.
Exactly.
So we have monthly sessions the second Thursday of every month, just to keep the community together and with education. And that will be next week.
And just to be clear on that one, that's something you guys do for all the user group,
all partners,
people, right? Like you don't have to be in Central Mafia to get access to that content. And I got to tell you, some of that content is phenomenal. I mean, I think I might even have done some of it, so I'm sure that content is awesome.
Yes, and they're all part. Yeah, we do try to make them partner led. We invite the partners to, just like you presented last month, and we that's what we want to do. We want to hear from the community, and we're bringing vendors, we're bringing partners from ConnectWise, and that's what we're doing next week. Next week will be all about managing the sales lifecycle in ConnectWise. So we'll be
as Dave said, some of his content is really awesome. Some of the stuff he made is really awesome. That's what he actually said. So yeah, Dave, your content is phenomenal. Best content ever.
Well, I mean, you built all of it for me, so of course it's good. Of course it's good.
But yeah, your question was a good question. So we think about talking about that. It's everything that we do here will be hosted. It's either on our LinkedIn, and also we have a YouTube channel. It's all users, all groups. Anybody can attend. Anybody can take the content from the YouTube channel. It doesn't matter. And we'll keep growing that. We'll keep adding more to it every month. So when's the next one next week?
Next week. Next Thursday, 3 to 4 Eastern.
Absolutely. And what's that? What do we cover next week?
It will be sales lifecycle in ConnectWise.
It's a test, Juan. It's a test.
He wants to ask me for the percentage or hour. It'll be 1 hour. Some percentage of your day.
There's a great book called They Ask You Answer. You should all look at reading that, especially Juan Mack. That when I ask a question of what's the percentage of time it takes for you to do project management and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, 4 hours. The question was what percentage? And then later on, I was like, how many hours? He goes, 1%. I'm like, I can't even talk.
I know where you were going with this.
Yeah.
You're trying to find that question. But no, next Thursday, 3 to 4 Eastern, managing the sales life cycle in ConnectWise.
And you have somebody on with us?
What's that?
You have somebody on with us to give the class? It's not us.
Oh, no, it will be Lynette from ConnectWise.
Yes.
Olsen.
Yeah, she's one of the trainers.
Yep.
She's pretty good. All right. What else do we have to add? Are we missing anything?
No.
Me going to IT Nation for free. I'm just saying.
Hey, Dave said Vanessa gets to go to IT Nation for free.
And on cue,
so Sean, you gotta execute. You gotta execute, man.
I'll talk about Dave said. We'll see what happens. So
okay. It'll be a great campaign. So
Dave said does not lead to actual fruition of things.
Oh,
and the way
it's just something
we'll find out.
Okay.
We're just going to get away with.
I appreciate the help, Dave.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Happy to help.
We are totally going to create a campaign around that with your face on it. Like, you know that people that got like the Jesus stickers that said, I saw that kind of stuff?
Oh, no.
It's going to be Dave. Dave said.
Juan, don't let him do that to me, please. Don't let him do it.
It's funny how you think Juan is the one that's going to stop it. He's going to, and we're going to get off this. He's like, that's a good idea.
Juan's like, I'm doing this. I'm totally
doing up with this stuff.
He always does whatever when it comes down to this. He acts like he doesn't. He acts like he's like the innocent bystander. It's a lie. He's totally in. He's totally in.
That's right. Yeah. He is Sean's bad conscience. That's what you're trying. Sean has a good conscience, but Juan makes Sean bad. Is that what you're trying to say?
That's what I hear.
He's my
enabler.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the victim.
Like you
He
need
comes up with these terrible
help me,
ideas like,
please.
oh, that doesn't sound too bad. Let's
Every time Juan's like, that's not bad. Okay, yeah.
That's not bad.
Then
We
he's
can
like,
do that. Yeah.
so he's an enabler, Dave. You're right. You're right, Dave. Look at that. Dave says, you're my enabler.
Guys, I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be the name of my podcast.
Dave the enabler.
Dave says. I'm
Dave
going to build my podcast right now. It's Dave says.
Like Dave the enabler. I mean,
Dave
I'm
the enabler.
I'm subscribing to that. I'm telling you. I'm going to.
Okay, this has gone completely off the rails. I'm not surprised, given who's on here, but
oh my Lord. Okay, so I think we covered everything we need to cover.
Yep. San Francisco, October 9th. It's all day at the San Francisco Zoo and Gardens is where it's at. We'll look forward to seeing everybody there.
Absolutely. We'll get this out in the comments with a link for registration for anybody that wants to register.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then if anybody has any questions, they can find all of us on LinkedIn. So it's not a big deal. And on Facebook for some of us too. So if you have questions on the West Coast, talk to Dave, or even just in general, if you go into Slack, you can talk to all these guys.
Slack. Yeah. I was going to say that's the best way to do it. Just go into the Slack and you can, somebody will answer your question.
Absolutely. All right, that's all we have for now.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Vanessa.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Sean. Peace out, buddy.
Toodles.